We were sitting out in the deck. This happened coming out of the winter time, earlier in the spring. We were sitting out on the deck, and we heard this loud, strong pecking coming from the woods. At first, we could only hear the sound echoing the trees. It was not a little tapping. It was a powerful, steady, and deep enough that it made us stop and look around. Then we finally spotted who was making it. About more than 50 feet into the woods surrounding the property, there was a large woodpecker working at the base of an old tree. Here in New Hampshire, one of the largest and most noticeable woodpeckers is the pileated woodpecker. They are big, dramatic birds, often with a bright red crest, and their pecking can sound almost like someone is hammering in the forest. Woodpeckers play such an important role in the ecosystem. When they peck into the old trees, dead wood, or decaying trunks, they are often searching for insects living inside the wood. Many woodpeckers feed on ants, beetle, larvae, and other insects that live beneath the bark or inside softened wood. So even though it may look like the bird is damaging the tree, many times the tree is already aging, decaying, or full of insect activity. The woodpecker is responding to what is already happening inside the tree. In that way, woodpeckers are part of a natural cleanup crew of the forest. They help keep insect populations in balance. They open up old wood. They help break down trees that are already returning to the soil. And one of the most fascinating things about woodpeckers is that the holes and the cavities they create can later become home for other wildlife. Some birds and animals cannot make their own cavities, so they may use old woodpecker holes for nesting, roosting, hiding, and shelter. That means one woodpecker's work can support many other lives in the forest. They are sometimes called ecosystem engineers because they change the environment in ways that benefit other species. I also love the symbolism of the woodpecker. Across different cultures, including some indigenous traditions, woodpeckers and flickers have appeared in stories connected with rhythm, messages, fire, healing, and the natural world. Of course, every native nation has its own stories and meanings, so there is not one single interpretation. But watching this bird felt like a reminder to pay attention. The woodpecker listens into the tree. It works with rhythm. It finds life beneath the beneath the surface, and it reminds us that an old tree is not an empty or useless. It can still be full of insects, shelter, sound, and purpose. There is so much life happening in the woods around us that we do not always notice. Sometimes nature whispers, sometimes she sings, and sometimes, like this woodpecker in New Hampshire, in the New Hampshire woods, she knocks to see if we can really listen. With blooms and gratitude, Kelly.